Hi, welcome back to Tom's Life. Today's Sunday special is Char pork burgers. The ingredients you need are pork mince, 4 spring onions, Chinese spice, 1 courgette, 2 carrots, 1 Pak Choi, ground black pepper, 6 wholemeal buns, garlic, ginger, rice vinegar, soy sauce and oyster sauce. First thing we're going to do is prep all the ingredients. I'm going to start off with the pork mince because you want to break it all down. So first step to do is get all your pork mince in a big mixing bowl, and you just want to start breaking it up to squeeze it together with your fingers. So we're just breaking it up. Then we're adding some spring onions, black pepper and grated courgette. But you just want to break all your pork mince into pieces so it all nicely binds in together. And if you can't find pork mince, you can use turkey mince. So you just want to keep breaking it all together at the back of the knuckles. So it breaks a bit more easily. Once you've got it like that, you're just going to put it to one side while you prep your spring onions and grate your courgette, and then you'll bind it all in together and make 6 medium-sized burgers. So next step, you're going to prep your spring onions. You're first going to chop your ends off, and then with your knife you're just going to finely slice them into little pieces. Always remember to move them fingers out the way. So you want fine little pieces like that. Then you're going to place them in with your pork mince. And then you will do your other spring onion. And then you will bind it all together when you have grated your courgette and added some ground black pepper. But you'll do your other spring onion first. So next step, you're going to prep your courgette. You first want to chop your ends off. And it's up to you how much you want to grate. I'm just going to cut it down the middle and grate half of it to go in with our spring onions and pork mince. So you're going to get your grater and you just want to start grating it. Always remember to move them fingers out the way, up and down, so you don't catch yourself on the sharp blade. So I'm just using half a courgette but it's up to you how much you want to use. Give it a good tap, get it all out. Now you want to place it in the bowl with your spring onions and pork mince. Now you want to start binding it all in together, giving it a good pat. So you're just squeezing it all in. Use your knuckles. Don't worry if it falls out, because we're going to bind them into small burgers. So don't worry if some of the mixture hasn't bound in, but you just want to proper bind it all in. Now you're going to start making your Char sauce. You're first going to prep your garlic. So you'll have a garlic bowl here, and I've took 2 pieces of garlic off, and you first want to chop the ends off and peel the skin. So you just peel the skin off, or the garlic. And then you'll finally slice it. Then put it in a little saucepan. Then you'll prep your ginger. And then add all your sauces to make your sauce. To make your glaze. Now you place your knife over the garlic and you press down. You just want to finally slice it into little pieces. So it goes nice and fine. It's up to you how fine you want to have your garlic. And then you're going to get a little saucepan. And then you're going to place all your garlic in there. And then you do your other garlic. So next up, we're going to prep our ginger. You just want to have a small piece. So you want to cut a finger-sized piece. And then with the grater, you're going to grate it. And then it will go in with our garlic to make our Char sauce or glaze. So you just move it up and down. Be careful you don't cut yourself on the sharp blade. It's up to you how much ginger you want to use. But don't forget we're putting Chinese spice in too. So you don't want to make it too spicy, because it's only supposed to be like a glaze to go for our burgers. And when you get the little bits, you just break them too, but just be careful with your fingers. Give a little bit of a tap. Now you want to add a good splash of rice vinegar in with your garlic and ginger. Just give that a little bit of a stir using a fork. Now you add in some soy sauce. And before you add in your next ingredient, you just want to give it a little bit of a stir. Now you want to add a good splash of oyster sauce. Give that a little bit of a stir. Just put a little bit of Chinese spice in. And add a little bit of ground black pepper to season. Be able to smell all the flavours, and then you just want to give this a good stir. And then you just want to put this on a simmer so it starts to thicken up and go a nice glaze for your burgers. So next step, what you've got here is nice 6 bowls with all your filling. You're going to preheat your oven in a minute, and then what you've got is one of your patties, what I have just laid out. You're going to get a big tray and you're going to place it on. Now with your char siu glaze, you just want to pour a little bit on the burger. So you just place it on. It's up to you if you want to do on one side or both. And then you just spread it out. So you get a nice coating and the flavours will marinate into your burgers. So you can add a little bit or a good spoonful of your char siu glaze on your burgers. I'll show you what I did. I first rolled it and then you give it a little bit of a pat, and then you place it in both your hands and you just pattern it into a burger shape. So you get a nice layer, even layer. So when they cook nice and quickly and all at the same time. Then I'm going to place it on the tray. Leave a gap in between each one. Get a little bit more of your char siu glaze. And you just pour it on. Spread it out with the back of the spoon. And you keep doing your burgers. And then when they are halfway cooked, we will turn them over to do the other side, or you can do that before you put them in. That's up to you. Now you want to switch on your oven. Using my bumpons to tell me which one is the oven. I switched on the oven, and you want to set this to 180 degrees. I have set that to 180 degrees. So that just preheat while you finish off doing your burgers. Now you want to put your char siu pork burgers in the oven to cook for 20 minutes. So you place them on the top shelf, you close the door, and in 10 minutes, or when they're nearly cooked, you'll take them out, turn them over, and put more of the char siu sauce on the other sides, so they get a nice glaze on both sides of your burgers, and then you will make your slaw while you're waiting for them to cook. So you're going to start making your slaw. You're going to trim your spring onions. Then you just want to finely slice them. Always remember to leave your fingers out the way. Then we get a mixing bowl. You place all your spring onions in, and you'll do your other one. Then you'll do your Pak Choi, and then grate your carrots. And then you will dress it with some ground black pepper, soy sauce, and rice vinegar. Next step, you will prep your Pak Choi. You first chop off your end and your top. Then you break it all apart. And then you'll just finely shred it. Into little pieces. So just grab a few at the same time. And then you're going to finely slice it. And then you place it in the bowl with your spring onions, and you'll keep doing your Pak Choi till you got nice little pieces. Now you're going to prep your carrots. You first chop your ends off. And with the peeler, you want to peel all the skin. Be careful you don't cut yourself on the sharp blade. So you just keep moving it around. So you just keep moving it all around till you get all the skin off. I like to turn it the other way. And if then your carrot skin gets stuck in your peeler, just give it a little tap. And you just keep peeling all the way around. Making a little bit of like a slaw to go on top of our burgers. You could have a little bit of salad and some toppings. It's up to you. And you don't have to do pork burgers. You could do turkey burgers or beef. And if you've got a vegetarian, just buy some corn, mince, and you could all enjoy the recipe together. Once you have prepped your carrots, you want to start grating them on a grater, moving it up and down. Be careful you don't cut yourself on the sharp blade. Bring your fingers and knuckles back when you start getting to the end. So you're just moving your fingers and knuckles back. Get it all out. You place it in your bowl. And you're just going to do half on the other one. Just you want a little bit more carrot. That's all to do by your quantity, what you got. You just want to add a little bit of rice vinegar in. You want to add in some ground black pepper. And a little splash of soy sauce. And then you want to give this a good stir in. So you get all the way round. And if you think it's spot on, you just keep stirring it till it's all nicely coated in. And while this is just marinating and put to one side, you will cut your bread, your buns in half. And then we took our burgers out over here with our lovely glaze on top. So what you do is you get all your stuff ready. You get a wholemeal bun. You want to carefully cut down the middle. So after when you have carefully cut your bread in half, with the fish slicer, you want to pick your burger up and place it on one of your buns. And then you want to get some of your slaw. And then you want to place it on top of your burger. Just put a little bit more on. And then you carefully want to place the lid on top. And these is what they should look like. Hope you like making my char siu pork burgers. Don't forget to hit the like button, share and subscribe, and thank you. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos coming soon.